Aloha headsets, Frank here. I know we've gone to the bar many times, but we're going back again. With all the new tweaks and updates, they've done way more than just repaint. As many of you already know, I love SporsBar VR. It's an amazing and extremely immersive experience, and if you haven't seen it already, I gave it a glowing review the first time round. But with all the new updates, I thought you needed to know your trip to SportsBar just got even better. Story. No story, but I don't think you expected one anyway. This game is all about having fun, meeting new people, and playing some great bar games. Visuals. Visuals are great. Honestly, you feel like you're in a bar and it's crazy. It's not exactly photorealistic, but you don't need that. Nice warm lights, toned down colors, it's a perfect atmosphere. Audio. The audio is cool. Nice jazzy bar music, low hum of the AI talking to each other, the dings and whistles from all the games. It all fits and helps to complement your overall experience. I really enjoy it and like that you can hit the jukebox to change the song.
Oh wait, I know exactly.
Gameplay. Now this is where we've seen some major changes. For a more in-depth look at the controls, check out my first review. The pool has been overhauled with new tips that pop up while you play that help you to get a grip on the controls. Controls are the same, they just feel much more responsive. Skee ball is where I saw the largest improvement. It looks like they completely redid the game models and they work perfectly now. No more jumpy balls and they float gracefully up the ramp. On top of all the tweaks, we also have 3 new games to play: checkers, chess, and shuffleboard. I played around with the chessboard but couldn't get a game started with someone. I did play a wonderful round of checkers though. It was great. Everything works perfectly and it's so satisfying to grab an enemy piece and throw it across the room. The shuffleboard works, but I still think it needs a little work. Table jumps around a little and it's hard to get the puck to go where you want it. But even with all that, it's still fun. But if you want to talk about fun, I have to mention the new toys. These additions are what really add to the overall experience. You can now spawn a ping pong set, a Nerf gun, a football, baseball, and a giant beach ball. These toys lead to the best interactions. Whether it's a game of catch or a full-on shootout, playing around with these is really a lot of fun, and I hope they only add to it. Instead of playing the games that come ready for you, thanks to these new toys, there are tons of room for experimentation. I set up one of the coolers on the other side of the room, shot balls out of my gun, bounced them off the floor, and tried to land them in the cooler. I can't even put into words how much fun you can have with this game. On top of all that, they've implemented a new tracking setup that seems to help make sure you're in the best possible position to play. Motion sickness. As always, I don't get very sick, but with this game, the only issue I've heard people have is with the Hulk mode for turning around. My suggestion, go slow. If you try to spin around too fast, you might make yourself a little woozy. Other than that, I've heard no complaints. Drift. There is a little jumpiness sometimes right when you start playing a game, but nothing to hinder your overall experience. They've really done a great job updating this from the vanilla version. Value. I think you know my answer for this one. I've easily spent over 20 hours in SportsBar and keep wanting to come back. And at only 20 bucks, this is easily a must-have for your PlayStation VR system. No, the gameplay isn't deep, and sometimes it's hard to find a good lobby, but when everything comes together and it all works, this game shines. Verdict. Amazing game, unique social experience, and tons of replayability. Do I need to say more? If you haven't already picked it up, go grab SportsBar. And if you weren't so satisfied the first time you played, I suggest you take a little trip back. With Cherry Pop Games listening to our suggestions and adding to their product without charging us, I have to say, this is my first must-have PSVR game.
Congrats.
Well, that's it for this one. Are you going to the bar? Are you just saying forget about it? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you liked it, please click that thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind looking at this ugly mug, Friggin' subscribe!